What's it like to be a billionaire in India? India is a former British colony that has now been independent for more than 70 years. Today, India is far different than the India you may have pictured in your mind. Is it crowded? Yes, with a population of 1.4 billion people, it's very crowded, especially in the cities. Is it poor? Yes, but that's changing every day. From 2011 to 2015, 90 million people rose out of extreme poverty. India is one of the fastest growing economies in the world. It's also the world's sixth largest economy in terms of nominal GDP. In 2019, the economy of India grew at a rate of 5%. By 2030, India is expected to become a high middle income country. I'm sure that this information has given you a different picture of India compared to some common misconceptions. Here's something else for you to think about. Did you know that India and China have very similar populations? 1.4 billion and 1.4 billion. But when it comes to really rich individuals, India has 140 billionaires, which is third in the world after China and the USA. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and share a comment about what you thought of our video. Now let's continue. What's it like living in India as a billionaire? Many of us can't even understand how a country like India can produce a billionaire. Where would you live? Where does the money come from? What could you spend your money on? Do billionaires help with social or economic issues in the country? The combined wealth of India's affluent has grown 44% since 2014 to almost $2 trillion, according to Wealth Insight. India's super rich don't just amass wealth, they also like to live large. Similar to billionaires in other parts of the world, they like to splurge on exclusive things in an unabashed display of abundant wealth. If you were to be a billionaire in India, you would be a real estate investor. About 44% of an Indian billionaire's net worth can be found in real estate, and not just in India, but around the world. One of their favorite places to invest would be Dubai. It's a favorite because it's easy to travel to. There's a large Indian population there, and India has strong ties with the United Arab Emirates. Two properties in Dubai that really enjoy the investments of Indian billionaires are the Burj Khalifa and the Palm Islands. Investing in the United Kingdom is another favorite location for the Indian super rich. They comprise about 25% of all purchasers of real estate in the UK. As a former British colony, they share historical ties with Britain, so they're drawn to that culture. Another area where you might find Indian billionaires investing in real estate is the U.S. According to the National Association of Realtors, they are the fourth largest group of property buyers in the states. Private islands and hideaways are also beginning to gain popularity among the Indian super rich, according to the Times of India. A must-have accessory for the super rich of India is private jets. Indian consumers make up 12% of the global private jet market, according to the consulting firm Frost & Sullivan. Wealthy Indians own a total of 142 private jets that range in cost from $4.5 million to an amazing $310 million. The Canadian business jet maker Bombardier expects to deliver 1,215 jets to India between now and 2033. Indian billionaires fully realize the benefits of using a private jet. It allows them to save time, affords them privacy, and the ability to make their own schedules. Another prestigious accessory the richest in India are drawn to are luxury yachts. The market for these expensive tokens of exclusivity has grown by 10% in India in the last few years. The only problem that's encountered is that they don't have very many places to dock these investments. These super yachts are being forced to dock overseas at the United Arab Emirates or around the Mediterranean. That's another good reason for owning a private jet. About 70% of these Indian-owned yachts are based in the Mediterranean, and the few that can be docked in country can be found at the marinas in Mumbai. It seems that most of these yacht owners are younger super rich, around the mid-30s to 50. Many people are enthralled by the diversity you can find in India. It's been said that India is culturally the most beautiful country in the world. You either love it or you hate it. The pungent aromas, the crowded streets, noise and air pollution, and poverty are difficult for many to handle. If you're a billionaire in India, you seek to travel overseas and get away from all that. Many go to places like Switzerland or Austria or other locations that have breathtaking beauty. Travel outside of the country was up by 21% before the restrictions of COVID. 50% of Indian billionaires take as many as 3 luxury trips a year and spend more than $40,000 per year on leisure. For the super rich, Singapore and Dubai are on the top of the list for high dollar shopping. But when it comes to just relaxing, the Mediterranean and the Caribbean win hands down. Many Indians are finding out what it means to relax with a glass of fine wine in the evening. Not only is wine consumption way up in India, so is investing in wine. The wealthiest in India are now investing in fine wines such as Chateau Lafite Rothschild, Chateau Petrus, as well as others as a hedge against paper-based investments. These investable wine prices can range from $12,300 to $123,000 per case, depending on the vintage. Many Indian billionaires have as much as $20 million invested overseas in wine. Because of the growing demand for wine in India, many of the super wealthy are beginning to set up high-end wineries to produce super premium wines. India has produced several billionaires who occupy a significant number of slots on the list of wealthiest persons in the world today. Mukesh Ambani is the wealthiest person in India and the 11th in the world with a net worth of $94.3 billion. Gautam Adani has a net worth of $71.5 billion, which puts him as the second richest in India and the 15th richest in the world. Shiv Nadar is the third richest in India with $29 billion of net worth, and that allows him to claim the 54th spot in the world's richest list. While being home to over 140 billionaires, much of the country's 1.4 billion population is still living at or below the poverty line. With so much wealth disparity, it's a welcome sight when the country's most fortunate step up and give back through charitable donations and funding much-needed community projects. Azim Premji has donated a staggering $1.1 billion. His main focus with his giving is in the area of education. He was also the first Indian billionaire to sign the Giving Pledge. Another billionaire, Shiv Nadar, has been a longtime philanthropist, and he also helps fund educational needs of the country, and especially in the areas of technology and illiteracy. He's given away $109 million. Mukesh Ambani is one of the most generous among the super rich. Among his many donations was $66 million that he gave to open the first dedicated COVID-19 hospital in India, as well as donating large sums to government programs for emergency relief. The list of generosity goes on, but the one thing they all have in common is that they have a desire to improve the lives and prospects of India's next generation, and that includes improving education, improving healthcare, and taking care of the environment. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a like, subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. We'd love it if you would share this video with some of your friends. Until next time.